For over 25,000 years, the Galactic Republic stood as the greatest experiment in democracy the galaxy had ever known. From the shining towers of Coruscant to the wild edges of the Outer Rim, it was both a beacon of peace and a cautionary tale of decline. This is the complete history of the Republic, from its hopeful founding, through its golden ages, and finally to its tragic fall into empire. The Republic was founded around 20,000 BBY by core worlds like Coruscant, Alderaan, and Chandrila. Its goal was simple yet ambitious: to unite worlds under shared law and diplomacy. From the start, the Jedi Order acted as its guardians, sworn to defend peace and justice. But the galaxy was never free of strife. The 100-year darkness fractured the Jedi, birthing the Sith, who plunged the Republic into millennia of bloody wars. The Old Republic also faced slavers like the Zygerian Empire and warmongers like the Mandalorians. Worlds were ravaged, empires rose and fell, and battles scarred places like Malachor and even Coruscant itself. But centuries of Sith invasions, Mandalorian campaigns, and endless wars brought the Old Republic to the brink of collapse. The Dark Age that followed left entire regions in ruin. It all ended at the Battle of Ruusan in 1032 BBY. The Jedi and Republic crushed the last great Sith armies, seemingly ending the dark threat forever. The Republic then reset its calendar, dividing earlier history into the era of the Old Republic and proclaiming the dawn of a new, modern Republic. This new order ushered in the so-called Great Peace. Supreme Chancellor Tarsus Valorum and his successors rebuilt the Republic on demilitarization, relying on the Jedi and judicial forces rather than a standing army. For nearly 1,000 years, the galaxy enjoyed stability under this lighter, more democratic government. By around 500 BBY, the Republic reached its zenith, the era known as the High Republic. With brave pathfinders and explorers, the Republic charted new hyperlanes, built massive public works, and pushed into the galactic frontier. Chancellor Lina So's motto, "We are all the Republic," symbolized a shared destiny for core and rim alike. Her crowning project, Starlight Beacon, stood as both a communications hub and a promise of unity. But even in this golden age, threats lurked. The Nihil, anarchistic marauders led by Marchion Ro, unleashed chaos across the Outer Rim. The Great Hyperspace Disaster, when the Legacy Run shattered in hyperspace, sent deadly debris cascading across systems and exposed the Republic's vulnerability. At the same time, the plant-like Drengir spread corruption and darkness. The Jedi grew more entwined with the Senate during these crises, their force networks saving worlds, but their closeness to politics sowed doubts within their own order. The High Republic's brilliance was real, but it carried the seeds of future decline. As centuries passed, corruption festered within the Senate. Outer Rim systems chafed at core world dominance, corporations exploited legal loopholes, and wealthy interests drowned out the voices of the frontier. The invasion of Naboo in 32 BBY exposed the Republic's paralysis. The Trade Federation's blockade, secretly orchestrated by Darth Sidious, revealed how corporate powers had grown beyond Senate control. In the aftermath, Senator Palpatine of Naboo rose to the office of Supreme Chancellor. The separatist crisis soon followed. Former Jedi Count Dooku rallied discontented systems into the Confederacy of Independent Systems. In secret, the Sith manipulated both sides, engineering the Clone Wars. The Republic, long demilitarized, accepted a clone army created on Kamino. The galaxy is consumed by warfare on an unprecedented scale. The most tragic moment: clone troopers receive Order 66 and turn on their Jedi generals. Anakin, now Darth Vader, ignites his lightsaber in the Jedi Temple. The scene is handled with gravity and sorrow rather than gratuitous violence. Palpatine declares the Empire before the cheering Senate. The Jedi became generals, fighting in campaigns from Geonosis to Ryloth, from Mon Cala to the Outer Rim sieges. But as the war dragged on, public trust eroded. Palpatine steadily centralized power, passing emergency decrees that transformed him into a dictator in all but name. In 19 BBY, the trap closed. Palpatine revealed himself as Darth Sidious. He executed Order 66, turning the clone legions on their Jedi generals. The betrayal is swift and complete. Anakin Skywalker, seduced to the dark side as Darth Vader, slaughtered the Jedi younglings and destroyed the Separatist leadership. Before the cheering Senate, Palpatine declared the Republic reorganized into the Galactic Empire. After 25 millennia, the Republic was dead. Yet the idea of the Republic lived on. The Rebel Alliance, the alliance to restore the Republic, fought to overthrow the Empire and revive galactic democracy. After the Empire's defeat at Endor, the new Republic was born. It deliberately rejected some of its predecessors' flaws, decentralizing power away from Coruscant and demilitarizing under the Military Disarmament Act. But factionalism between populists and centrists sowed new divisions, and worlds that favored strong order eventually broke away to form the First Order. Historians look back on the Galactic Republic as both a golden age and a cautionary tale. It stood for democracy, justice, and cooperation across thousands of systems. But it also fell victim to complacency, corruption, and manipulation. Proof that even the greatest civilizations can be toppled from within. The history of the Galactic Republic is the history of Star Wars itself. The rise of democracy, the corruption of power, and the eternal struggle between freedom and tyranny. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Star Wars lore, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. There are many more stories of galactic history waiting to be told.